do is learn about another mass shooting, 261 during the first half of this year alone, to realize that the thoughts and prayers we so often resort to are not a sufficient response. But what more can we do to address the problems of this world? Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, a Jewish mystic, philosopher, and scholar of the Hebrew prophets, responded to the civil rights challenges of the mid-1960s by joining his friend, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., in the famous march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama. When Rabbi Heschel returned, someone asked him, "Did you find much time to pray when you were in Selma?" "I prayed with my feet," the rabbi responded. In the Pirkei Avot, Ethics of the Fathers, a part of the Jewish wisdom literature called the Mishnah, Rabbi Tarfon famously said, "It is not your duty to finish the work, but neither are you at liberty to neglect it." The call to take personal responsibility is not limited to Judaism, of course. The Apostle James said, "I will show you my faith by my deeds." The saying, "Preach the gospel at all times, and when necessary, use words," is often attributed to St. Francis of Assisi. Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh suggested that active walking meditation can move us closer to experiencing the interconnectedness of everything. And Mother Teresa said, "Prayer without action is no prayer at all. You have to do your work as if everything depends on you. Then leave the rest to God." As individuals, we frequently feel we're too small to make a difference. According to English author Neil Gaiman, it's all a matter of imagination. We have an obligation to imagine, Gaiman writes. It's easy to pretend that nobody can change anything, that we are in a world in which society is huge and the individual is less than nothing. But the truth is, individuals change the world over and over. Individuals make the future, and they do it by imagining that things can be different. Especially in these turbulent times, it is incumbent upon us, both as individuals and as a community, to imagine that things can be different, and to pray, not just with our hearts and souls, but also with our feet, to take action. Well, what should we actually do? We can spend a lot of time searching for a single perfect action, but ultimately, there is no single action that will transform the world into a place centered on love. Our July congregational theme calls upon each of us to embrace possibility, to do whatever we can, as fast as we can, within our own spheres of influence. As we saw in the Time for All Ages video, there are many possibilities for a single individual to engage in actions that make a difference. And when we work together in community, and our community works with other communities, the power of our ones is magnified exponentially. May each of us gather the strength and the courage to take action in whatever ways we feel called. We cannot let the magnitude of the world's problems keep us from doing what we can with what we have, wherever we are. We can pray together with our hearts and souls, but we must also find ways to pray with our feet.